Hello farmers and welcome back to the channel. This is a place for agricultural business owners looking for ways to make profit from the agricultural farm and also thinking of starting up an agribusiness. And today I'm back with another update for the channel. So before I proceed in today's video, if you've been watching my content and you're liking what you're saying and you haven't clicked the subscribe button, kindly do so right now. Also turn on the bell beside it so you get notified whenever I drop content. Alright, so today I'll be talking about the aspect of farming that you can go into during the dry season. As we all know, the rainy season is already going, and that does not mean we will stop farming. Do you understand? So the rainy season is going, but what type of crops can you plant during the dry season? And that's what I'll be bringing to the channel right now. So if there's a content you are looking for, make sure you watch to the end. Also, like I said, don't forget to click the subscribe button. All right, the first thing you want to know is, oh Juliet, which crop is the most profitable that I can go into during the dry season? See, every aspect of farming is profitable. Every crop planting is profitable, but the timing and the type of management you give will determine if you will make profit from it. Do you understand? But every aspect of farming you decide to go into is very profitable. Any crop you decide to go into is profitable. But today I'll be giving you the list of crops I would suggest you go into during this dry season, because they require water and most farmers tend to wait during the rainy season to plant them, and during dry season they are more expensive. This crop listed is important. You have a source of water on your farm. If you cannot afford irrigation, make sure you have either a well, a borehole, or a stream that does not run dry running through your farm. Okay, if you don't have water, you will lose money. That is just it when it comes to dry season farming. So the first crop I'm going to advise you to plant during the dry season is leafy vegetables. See, if you've watched my video from back to back, you would have been aware of my story time when I went to plant leafy vegetables during the rainy season and I ended up losing funds. But you can make money from leafy vegetables if you plant them at the right time. And what is the right time? During the dry season. The good thing about this leafy vegetable is you can decide to start it up at your backyard. I had a friend at a point, she was into leafy vegetables. When I mean leafy vegetables, I'm talking about ugu, I'm talking about shoko, I'm talking about water leaf, I'm talking about curry. Yes, you can do curry at your backyard. All you need to do is wake up in the morning, water it, and you're good to go. In the evening, you're back, you water it, and you're good to go. If you can dedicate just 6 weeks, because they don't take time, if you can dedicate just 6 weeks to watering those plants, you'll be surprised how much you would make by the time you harvest, because this veggies, this crop cannot be found during the dry season, because not all farmers plant during the dry season. Our local farmers always hold on for rainy season to plant this crop. So if you're opportune or you have any source of water, for those that have large land space in their house, in their compound, you can just start this things, plant, replant throughout the dry season. Do you understand? You don't need to lease an hectare of land before you can cultivate this. Okay, so the first crop I'm going to advise you to go into during this dry season are leafy vegetables. Leafy vegetable, you can plant shoko, tete, ugu, bitter leaf, yes, any of the leafy vegetable at all. Before you go into the leafy vegetables, make sure you check for the one that has ready markets in your location. Okay, in my location I can decide to plant any of the one listed, but in your location the one that might have the high demand might be ugu. Do you understand? It might be shoko, it might be tete, but make sure you are planting the one that has the high demand, so that when you are making your money, you are sure of making huge profits. Okay, the next crop I will advise you to go into during this dry season is cucumber. If you've seen my last video on cucumber, when I was looking for sellers, farmers that are into cucumber farming, because our off-takers have been reaching out to us recently, like I cannot count the number of calls I've been getting or I've gotten concerning cucumber. And the thing is, it's already dry season. People are not really cultivating cucumber. A bag of cucumber right now is going for 8,000 naira compared to 2,500 that I was going for during the rainy season. Do you understand? So this is the right time for you to start cultivating cucumber. Cucumber takes 45 days from planting to harvest if you plant the hybrid seed, which is actually important for you to plant. And cucumber requires water. See, if you don't have water, don't plant cucumber during the dry season. because you are going to waste huge money. Okay, make sure the first thing you are getting is source of water. For a newbie, if you've not seen my video on cucumber farming, the guide A to Z about cucumber farming, make sure you check it out. That video is very detailed. It will guide you. In the video, I talked about the pesticide you can use on cucumber. I talked about the herbicide. I talked about when to apply fertilizer. I talked about how you can sell. So if you've not seen the video on cucumber, make sure you check it out. I'm going to leave the link somewhere up so that you can see it after this video. Okay, so cucumber is another crop that you can go into during this dry season. Cucumber is very profitable. The time that we are cultivating cucumber during the dry season was the time that we are cashing out, and right now I would suggest you go into cucumber. Honestly, I am also considering entering cucumber farming this dry season, so you should also consider it because it's one of the high paying crops during the dry season. Okay, the next one I'm going to suggest is pepper. You guys know I'm all about pepper them gang. If you call me and consult on maybe the crop I would suggest you go into, the crop I would suggest you to plant, you will notice that the first crop that I always say is pepper and maize. For those that are thinking of short-term crop, pepper is a very high paying crop during the dry season. Now from November, December, pepper and tomato will be very cheap because the last set of tomato, the last set of pepper are being harvested by August, September, October. So in the market it will be very surplus, it will be very cheap. But from January, February, March, April, there will be no pepper in the market. So this is a period of time for you to start setting your pepper in the nursery so that you can hit that period of time that it will be scarce and you can be able to make profit. Okay, so if you are considering dry season farming for pepper, I would suggest you set your nursery right now. This is November. You set your nursery right now. By December you transplant, then by February, March you should start harvesting. Do you understand? So I would suggest you go into pepper if you want to cash out big. Currently a bag of habanero pepper is going for, I think, 9,000, 10,000, but by February, March, that same bag of habanero pepper will be going for 25,000, 30,000, 40,000. So do your calculation and know the right time to start planting, which I would suggest you start now anyway. Also, the kind of pepper you plant depends on your location. You don't just plant any type of pepper because, oh, Juliet mentioned habanero pepper, I'm going to plant habanero pepper. No, in your location, maybe the chili. Yes, for those that are in the southwest like me, the one that we sell more, that you can cash out more, is the bawa pepper. Yes, that is where the money lies here. So if you are thinking of dry season farming for pepper, I would suggest you go for bawa. That's the chili pepper. But if you're in the east over there and you're thinking of cultivating, I would suggest you go for the habanero pepper because that is what sells best in that location. Okay, so your location matters the kind of crop or the type of pepper that you should plant. But is it profitable? Definitely it is, but you need to know the one your location wants so that you don't end up losing money. All right, this list will not be complete without me mentioning sweet corn. Everyone loves corn. I'm not talking about your normal maize for feed. Now let me quickly point something out. We tend to mix sweet corn and normal corn. Guys, maize, the normal maize we cultivate, the normal maize people used to eat as corn, that is not for human consumption, for crying out loud. That is for production of animal feed. Yes, and other byproduct of maize. Sweet corn is one you can chop. All of us are just chopping everything choppable. Anyways, in this period of time for dry season farming, I'm going to advise you to go into sweet corn. Yes, how can you get the seeds? Sweet corn seeds are actually very hard to get, but you can get it from companies that produces seed. I would suggest you go to your agro store or agro mart near you and source for those seed. All right, please make sure any of the seed you will be planting must be hybrid. It is important for those that are very conscious of the seed amount. Oh, this seed is so expensive. See, if you are thinking of how expensive a seed is and you are going for low quality, you are going to produce low quality. It's very important. If you want good yield, the kind of seed you plant will determine 80% of what your harvest will be like. Okay, we have others in the list, but this few, I'm sure that you can start something with it. For those that are looking for how to get started, I have couples of video on farm setup. Make sure you check out the series out and pick one or two from there and start cultivating. When is the right time to start cashing out? During the dry season, and we are heading towards the dry season, and we need to start making this agro money in farming. All right, and finally, with the list of crops I've given you right now, just pick one and start, especially if you're a newbie. Because I said a crop is profitable does not mean you should do all. Check your location. Market survey is very, very important. Check your location. Out of the ones listed, which one will do well in my location, which one will do well in my market, which one will sell well. Check your market before you plant. Okay, market survey will determine how much profit you are going to make. And market survey will also guide you to know the kind of crops to cultivate. Okay, so I'll be bringing more agro tips and more farming tips this season for we that want to go into cultivation. Don't miss out. Make sure you stick around by clicking the subscribe button, smash the like button, turn on your post notifications so that you'll be aware when I drop those contents. And I'll see you in my next video.